The Frenchie Chronicles, Lost in the Jungle. The morning started with chaos, the kind that only 3 French bulldogs and 1 tired mum could create. Charlie, a woman in her mid-30s with long brown hair and an endless supply of patience, was trying to pack for a family holiday. Meanwhile, Fival, the ginger ball-obsessed Frenchie, was bouncing around the living room, chasing a tennis ball. Alan, the fawn-colored grump with the wisdom of an old man, was snoring on the sofa. And Bruce, the black and brown chunky one, was raiding the bin again, convinced he'd find treasure under the sandwich wrappers. "Boys," Charlie sighed, pulling her hair up into a messy bun. "Can you behave for 1 hour?" They couldn't. Chapter 1: The Map and the Door. As Charlie packed the last suitcase, she left a shiny folded piece of paper on the counter. The holiday itinerary to Fival. It looked like the greatest toy ever created. He jumped up, grabbed it with his teeth, and ran. Bruce waddled after him, thinking it was food. Alan opened one lazy eye, grumbled, and followed mostly to make sure no one got hurt. Before Charlie could turn around, the back door swung open with a gust of wind. And just like that, the Frenchies were gone. They trotted down the path, tails wagging, believing they were going on an adventure. In reality, they were walking straight into the forest behind the house. Chapter 2: The Great Walk That Went Wrong. "Are we there yet?" Bruce panted, already out of breath. "Nearly," said Fival, who had no idea where there even was. "I think the map says go straight." Alan squinted at the soggy paper in Fival's mouth. "That's not a map, genius. That's Charlie's Tesco meal plan." Fival dropped it proudly. "Well, it still says something about chicken." They kept walking, deeper and deeper into the greenery. The trees thickened, the light dimmed, and the air turned heavy with the smell of wet leaves. Bruce's tail drooped. "I think we're lost," Alan sighed. "No, you're lost. I'm retired." Chapter 3: Monkey Business. Hours passed. The trio stumbled into a clearing, humid, buzzing with bugs, and alive with strange noises. Then, from the treetops, something swung down. A monkey, holding Fival's tennis ball. "Hey, that's mine," Fival barked. The monkey screeched through the ball and darted into the vines. Without thinking, Fival chased after it, crashing through ferns and puddles. "Wait!" Alan yelled. But Bruce was already chasing Fival. Within minutes, all 3 were tumbling down a muddy slope, landing in a puddle big enough to qualify as a swimming pool. Bruce's ears flopped forward. "Do you think this counts as a bath?" Alan groaned. "You still smell like despair and bacon." Chapter 4: The Campfire That Wasn't. By sunset, the dogs were exhausted. They huddled under a large palm leaf while jungle sounds surrounded them. Fival tried to stay brave. "We'll find home in the morning." Bruce's stomach growled like a small earthquake. "Unless we find snacks first," he said. Alan rolled his eyes. "You've been on a diet since Tuesday. Try not to eat the jungle." But just then, rustle, crackle, snap. The bushes moved. Glowing eyes peered out. Dozens of them. Bruce whimpered. "I told you we should have stayed home and watched telly." Then, out from the darkness, came a small red robin. It chirped once, then again, before fluttering ahead, as if to say, "Follow me." Chapter 5: The Temple of Treats. The robin led them through vines until they reached an old stone ruin. There, on a pedestal, was a golden bag of dog treats. Bruce's eyes widened. "It's beautiful." Alan stared. "It's a bag of biscuits." "Sacred biscuits," Bruce corrected. Fival sniffed around, tail wagging. Maybe this is what the map was for. But when Bruce jumped for the bag, the ground rumbled beneath them. The walls shifted, vines fell, and the robin flapped its wings furiously. And then they saw it. Etched into the stone was a logo, not ancient symbols, but the words Dog Park Adventure Trail. Alan sport. We've been in the theme park the whole time. Bruce blinked. So, not cursed treasure? No, Alan muttered. Just overpriced snacks. Chapter 6. The Way Home. Back home, Charlie was frantic. She'd called Jeffrey, the girls, and even posted online, 3 French bulldogs missing, probably causing chaos. Hours later, as she stood in the garden calling their names, 3 muddy, panting figures appeared from the bushes. Bruce collapsed dramatically. Fival proudly carried his soggy map. Alan just sighed. We're home. I need therapy. Charlie dropped to her knees, hugging them one by one. Oh my goodness, what happened to you 3? Bruce barked, adventure. Alan huffed, idiocy. Fival wagged, fun. And, somewhere in the distance, the red robin landed on the fence, watching quietly, as if it knew this wasn't the end of the story. 3 brave, or possibly clueless, Frenchies ventured into the unknown. They faced monkeys, mud, and mayhem, and somehow made it home for dinner. Because no matter where they go, one thing's certain: trouble follows. Like, comment, and subscribe for more Frenchie fun.